welcome to Online Smicha. You know that in the Olam HaYeshivas, Masechta Kesubas also has the title of Shas Katan, because there are so many different inyanim Shas that you could find, Kololim or Biurim Shas, that you find in Masechta Kesubas. And that's besides the point that Kesubas itself, the halachas of Kesuba, are very, very complicated and detailed, yet Masechta Kesubas includes within it Shas Katan. Let's talk a little about one detail of the responsibility of the Kesuba. Now, there is a halacha that has to be repeated and known, that the Rambam Paskins and it's brought in Shulchan Aruch, Asur la'adam lahashay sim ishtoi afilu sha'achas b'li Kesuba. It is prohibited for a husband and wife to be together, afilu sha'achas, if they don't have a Kesuba. If the Kesuba is not around and they don't know where it is, they always have to be aware, knowing where the Kesuba is. And if they don't know where it is, you have to make a replacement, which is a very difficult halacha. You have to go to the Rabbanim, Mumchim, who deal with a Kesuba de Irchasa, and it's something you have to be aware about. That is the writing of the Kesuba. That is having the Kesuba. Always. As long as you live, you should know where your Kesuba is. During the ceremony of the chuppah, it is customary to read the Kesuba. And it's brought in Sfarim that the one who reads the Kesuba is usually a learned person, a Rav, somebody who knows a little of the details, the dinim of the Kesuba, to make sure everything is written well. Now, why punct at that time in the chuppah ceremony, the Kesuba is read? So there's actually the common answer, and then there's a not so famous answer. The common explanation is that, after all, in the chuppah, there are two parts to the ceremony. There is the erisun, there is the engagement, which is the first part, and that's the bracha, the first bracha that's made. And then after the chassan gives the kala the ring and says, Areat Mekudeshes, then starts the nesuin. So to separate the erisun, the engagement, from the birchas nesuin, you make a hefsek, you make a pause. How do you create this hefsek? By reading the Kesuba. Now, there is other svarim that it's brought another reason, that perhaps the people, the Eidim that signed on the Kesuba, they didn't even look to read what the Kesuba said, what's written in the Kesuba. They accepted that if a chashuv, a rabbi, or honorable people, knowledgeable people are running the show, are being the Messiah Kedushin, everything in the Kesuba is written properly. They didn't check it, they just signed the bottom. So there is some Svarim that say that perhaps that's why it became a custom to read out loud the Kesuba, to make sure that the Eidim know what they signed on in the bottom of the page, on the dotted line at the bottom of the page. So much so that it's brought that there was actually a custom that the reading of the Kesuba wasn't necessarily in between the Eidusin and the Nesuin. It was customary in certain places that the reading of the Kesuba was even before the Eidusin. And the separation between the engagement and the marriage was the actual giving of the ring. But L'Poil, we all know that the way it's done today is that it first starts the Eidusin, the engagement, the chassan gives the kala the ring, and you separate the engagement from the marriage by reading the Kesuba. Now, back to the original thought that the Kesuba always has to be in the presence of mind, knowing the husband and wife have to know where it is. Right after the reading of the Kesuba, it's customary that the chassan, if he's able to, gives the kala the Kesuba in the hand. Now, they're both flying high. They're both getting married, and they're both going to go later to a chasna hall and Baruch Hashem have a great simcha. Where is that Kesuba going to be then? Their mind is not focused on that. So some Rabbanim, and it's suggested, they make sure that the kala, after the chassan handed her the Kesuba, the kala either gives it to one of the parents or gives it back to the Rav. And some Rabbanim even have the custom that they make the chassan and kala aware that he is their shomer. You should know that it's not lost just anywhere. I will be holding this Kesuba on your behalf until the right state of mind, till things calm down, a couple of days. I'm like your your safe deposit box that you know where the Kesuba is. Because it's very utmost important for always to have in mind and making sure that the husband and wife know where the Kesuba is at all times. Yeshikoyach, and please join us again next week.